Hello! Welcome back to Steve's Retirement Corner. Staying socially active in retirement. This gives a lot of people a lot of problems when they retire. We're human, man. I think we need a little bit of social interaction. It makes us feel better. I think it's healthier for us. And it's a hard thing to do after 40 or 50 years of having all your social interactions forced upon you at work. You had no choice. And it was automatic. But in retirement, like everything else, you got to do it your daggone self. I never had no problem with it. I get plenty of daggone interaction just in my daily little interactions with people down at the store, the post office, or wherever. Well, my little ladies have been a big help to that, and going over and see Mama a couple times a week, that's really all I need. I don't need a whole lot more than that. But some people do. It's a hard thing to do, especially if you ain't never had to do it before. Just like anything else, it's a little shaky for you to do, uncomfortable. But you got to take that first step. If you don't take that initial step, get past your fears and take that initial step to start something, you'll never get by it. You'll never achieve it. My little lady used to live over here. She lives across town now, but they lived over here about 25 acres. I think they lived back in the woods back yonder, about a half mile back there. But her husband's been gone about 10, 12 years now, and they were both retired then. And she, after he died, she was getting back here, it's quiet in the house, it's lonely. It just started getting to her a little bit, and she knew she had to do something to get out of that funk. She was in town at the post office, and on her way by, she drove by the daggone YMCA. And she said, I'm going to pull in there and I'm going to sign up for one of them daggone senior classes, exercise classes. And that's what she did. And it just snowballed and took off from there. She had went in the first day, and introduced herself to one of the ladies, They talked for a minute or two, And next time she went in there, that girl come up to her and another lady from the class, And it didn't take long at all. And them ladies, I'm telling you, man, they're thicker than thieves, man. One of them misses class, the other ones are calling, checking on them, make sure what's going on, And they miss each other when they ain't showed up like that. They'll get together, have breakfast after class. They might go out to a movie or something, or they might show up at each other's house for lunch one day, or whatever. I mean, it was a big help to all them ladies. Because my little Tuesday lady across the woods over yonder, that's where they met each other at, and that's how I ran into her. It just snowballs, and it gives them ladies a lot of help, a lot of comfort. It really does. And I've experienced it myself, not so much as far as the interaction or social interaction, but how it snowballs. I always had a full-time job, and usually I worked a part-time job too. Not all the time, but I tried to keep one. But then on the side, I also did little knock-around jobs, painting, raking leaves, whatever, hauled a lot of stuff in a pickup. A lot of people don't have a pickup, and they need stuff removed from the property. So, but it never failed. Every time I went into a new neighborhood, do a job for somebody, one of their neighbors always come over to me before I left and wanted to know if I could stop by. They had something that they wanted me to look at. Never failed. Every time I went into a new neighborhood, it got one or two more jobs out of it. And that's that snowball effect. Once you start something, buddy, the ball starts rolling and you can't stop it. And that's the way I plan on going about the social activities. Staying socially active. I don't think I need a whole lot. Never have, probably never will. But if I ever get to that point, I'm going to follow them ladies' leads and just start going one thing. You start one thing. You volunteer somewhere. You gain experience in that. Somebody else notices you at another organization and say, "Hey, man, we could really use that." You know, I mean, you got experience in it now. Maybe you can come over and help us. Maybe you can do that. You know, and not only that, but there's a lot of get-togethers when you have them volunteer work. You know, there's a lot of. It depends on where you volunteer at. You know, some places go to other volunteer organizations and help them, or see how their operation works and learn from it, or whatever. If you volunteer for like the Red Cross or whatever, you might get shipped out of town or something like that. You get to see something else and you get to help people. I mean that's a win-win right there. I don't know, man, but churches are huge, man. If you belong to a church, I know Mama's church, they have a dinner sometimes for seniors. You know, they always have something going on. It takes a lot of work to push past that little fear and that little unnervingness. You know, take that first step. But once you do, the ball just starts rolling. Not only that, but around here we got a place called the Capital Area Agency on Aging. It's just something that helps seniors. They put out a little book like this here, Senior Connections, and it's full of all kinds of ideas, and it helps you about the farmers market coming to town, where you can go for help with your taxes, stuff like that, volunteer opportunities and junk like that. I'm sure you got something like that in your area. Maybe some kind of senior center or something like that, or an agency on aging like this is. It ain't easy, and I understand that, but it's something that can be fixed and remedied. But you got to take that initial step and give it a shot. I don't know, man. I don't know. But that's the way I plan on going about it. I just have to use what I've seen that worked. It's worked for me personally when I was knocking around jobs, and it's worked for my little ladies here. And it seems to have made a big difference to them. And I've seen it in person how active they can be. And they're a lot older than I am. So, but y'all think about it if you have trouble with that. Explore some of them ideas. Step outside the box for a minute and check something out. But y'all be good. Enjoy your weekend. Everybody pull for the Packers, please. I sure would appreciate it. We need all the help we can get this weekend. I'm a ball of nerves and it's 24 hours or better away. But y'all take care of yourselves, and we'll talk to y'all later.